Have you ever heard the saying that nice guys finish last? It is a
Yes,
saying for
they
a
finish.
reason.
They
It is a
finish
saying for a
last,
reason.
and they last longer. They finish
It
last.
doesn't
They last longer.
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Guys,
It
it
matters.
does not matter. I'll
Really?
say this, Clementine, it does not matter if I okay, say a girl is 20 years old. She's at her peak. She's very pretty. People are going for this girl. She's going to pick the guy who checks the boxes she wants at that time. And the nice guy will not check this because the nice guy does not bring a lot of attraction
Yes.
and she doesn't hit many points at that stage. But the
At
bad
that
guys do.
particular.
So by the time she spent her early 20s with these bad guys, you would advise the nice guy to then receive her afterwards,
For me, I
after she's
think.
had fun with the bad guys.
I think. For me, I think the good guy should not take a bad girl just because he needs a woman. That's why I said, if you are a bad guy and you attract this pretty girl, it means that the girl also check accepted them based on her own preferences. You see, for me, as a
Yes,
lady
yes.
who has value, you should be able to discern if this person is a bad guy or is a good guy, because that's what I'm doing,
Clementine,
and I'm able to.
Clementine, what you're saying sounds very good. It sounds like in an ideal world, this girl have preserved herself. She's waiting for this perfect night to come,
Yes.
which is what used to happen in the past. Right now, what you experience, you see a girl at 24 and she can run circles around a guy who is at 24. This guy cannot handle her because of the experience she has had already. And this is the life that we live in. And when I'm talking, I'm trying to be objective. I'm not thinking of what should be the case. I'm talking of what is actually there.
Yes.
If a girl is not willing to give you her best, then you should not take her when you are at your best. Because
Okay.
at the stage where you are 24 and the girl is 24, as a man, you are not at your peak yet. You are not even close.
Yes.
The girl is, but you are not close to be at your peak.
At
So
your peak.
by the time you are getting to your peak of attraction as a man, say between 30 and 45, she would be getting tired of these bad guys. She would be approaching her 30s and she's looking to get married and she's trying now to get you. And I always say, if she was not willing to give you her best years, you should not be stupid enough to give her yours.
Yes.
It's not a fair deal for the guy then.
Yes. So
But
how
if
will
the
you
guy is
know?
24,
How will
yeah,
you then? How will you know that the girl you have in front of you was
yeah,
rejecting good guys and was accepting bad guys? Because a lot of people are now generalizing that a girl who is already in her 30s, who is not married, it means that she passed all her years with bad guys, which is not true.
not necessarily. What I would say is if a girl is pretty and she is in her 30s and single, I
Yes.
would ask her why. Because I know for a sure fact that she must have turned away good guys. Guys who would have made good partners for her. She must have turned them away at some stage in her life. Maybe
Really?
because she was focused on career. Yes,
Okay,
a girl
yeah, you have
cannot
made
get
a
to the age
point.
of 30 if
You
no
have made
good
a
guys did
point.
not
You have made a
approach her.
point. She might have been focusing on her career.
Yes?
Mhm.
Yes, she might have. I'm not
It must
saying
not,
that.
because you don't know her background. Maybe she came from a background where nobody was there to support her financially. She has to go to work, sponsor herself. Now she will drop out from school, make some money before going back to school. All of those
Yeah.
years she was spending in making that money, it would delay her career. And she will find herself in her 30s without getting married. It does not mean that she was with bad guys.
It does. I'm not saying it means she was with bad guys. I'm just
Yes.
saying she turned away good men. She must
Yes.
have turned away good men who approached her.
Okay, I'm okay with you, but I must make my own points.
Yes,
Those good
please do.
men,
Do.
those good men who were coming, they were
Yeah.
also in the same age with her. At that time, they were not financially stable, and she was not financially stable. she was not ready to go into the relationship. Why? Because with
I
those
think I
men
think that I think that talking in general, if a girl is 25 years old
yes,
and she's only entertaining 25-year-old boys approaching her, she's stupid.